All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call Halalyam Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakal Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so once again, we're going to go into this book, Mega Forces, Signs and Wonders of the Coming Chaos, written by Texe. All right, and I have already gone into this book many times and had done lessons on it. All right, if you scroll down through my timeline on YouTube, my videos, you'll see it, man. You should go watch those videos. Those are good videos, man. All right, powerful information coming out, man. All right, so in this lesson, we're going to get into the 13th chapter. Now, I don't know how long or, how far we're going to get into the chapter, but there's a certain, a part that caught my eye, and I want to bring some information out, man. All right, so let's get into it, man. It's page 170, man. All right, let's get it. All right, let me zoom in real quick. All right, so this is chapter 13. All right, Flashpoint, the Middle East. All right, so it says on April 18th, 1983, an explosion rocked the U.S. Embassy in Beirut, Lebanon. 63 people perished, foreshadowing a grim event yet to come. Some 6 months later, on a Sunday morning, October 23rd, a suicide driver smashed a truck loaded with explosive into a barracks housing United States Marines. All right. The deafening roar, all right, was followed by the moaning of the wounded and the plaintive cries of the survivors mourning their slain companions. The death toll was 241 U.S. Marines. All right, these events in a faraway biblical land racked by violence and treachery brought home to Americans and indeed the world a vital and ominous truth. The crisis in the Middle East will just not go away. All right, now this is the end part of the paragraph that caught me. All right, so it says, instead, scores of nations around the world are endangered, are in danger of being sucked into the swirl vortex of the politics of this region. That's right. All right, because this third world war, all right, the main focus is to bring controversy, all right, between the Muslim world and the Judaism world. All right, and because of that controversy, all right, the whole world is going to get sucked into this third world war. All right, you could read about that in a book called Satan's Angels Exposed, and I have it right here. All right, the whole point of World War III is to bring, all right, the Muslim world against the Judaism world. All right, that's why and that's exactly what you see right now. All right, with Iran, all right, and Israel. All right, there's a great controversy between them, man. All right, they're always at war with each other, man. And that's the whole point of World War III. There's something that's known as the Albert Pike and Mazzini blueprint, all right, which is a blueprint, all right, or a plan that calls for 3 world wars. And the third world war is to start by stirring up controversy between the Muslim world, all right, and the Judaism world. And who's Israel's ally? America. And who's Iran's ally? All right, Russia. And those are going to be the main superpowers, all right, that are going to be fighting in this third world war, man. All right, which this third world war is going to be the war to end all wars, man. All right, this third world war is the Lord's anger. This is how the fire of the Lord's jealousy is going to swallow this earth, man. You understand? Which is written in Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter, all right, the 8th verse. You understand? But anyway, let's read this, man. All right. See, says the three wars, planned or coincidence. All right. It says Albert Pike's three supreme councils control 23 other subordinate, all right, groups throughout the world. The Mazzini-Pike plan was to control the world. All right. How would this be accomplished? All right. The plan was relatively simple. It called for, according to the writing of some, communism, fascism, all right, and the struggle for the Middle East to foment three global wars and at least two major revolutions, all right? So the plan called for World War One, World War Two, and World War Three, all right? That's the elites. That's the agenda of the elites, all right, to bring forth three world wars, all right, for their new world order agenda. All right, so it says right here, World War III. All right, the Mazzini-Pike blueprint also called for a World War III. This would begin by firing up the controversy between the Judaism and Muslim world. All right, and that's exactly what you see right now. All right, and that's how America is going to be brought into this third world war because of Israel. All right, Israel is going to be the reason why. All right, America is brought into this third world war. Matter of fact, let's get that in the book of Jeremiah. All right, that's written in the book of Jeremiah. All right, lease of the flock. Let's just type that in real quick. All right, yeah, Jeremiah 49 and 50. All right, let's go to this real quick. All right, hold on a second. Let me flip through my pages. Let me flip through my pages in my Bible real quick. All right. Yeah. All right. I'll just start at 45. I'll get to the point. All right. So it says Jeremiah 50 and 45. Now, when you read Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, it's talking about America being destroyed. It's talking about Babylon being destroyed, which is America. All right. So it says Jeremiah 50 and 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Babylon. Yeah, right. The Lord has a counsel, all right, against Babylon, and that's to destroy it, all right, America off the face of this earth. All right. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Babylon and his purposes, that he has purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. Yeah, the Lord has a purpose against this place. All right, against this place, which is to destroy it off the face of the earth by thermonuclear destruction in this third world war. All right, so from the top again, therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Babylon and his purposes, that he has purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock, all right, the least of the flock is talking about Israel. All right, which is the Amalekites that are over there in the land of Israel today. All right, that's the least of the flock. All right, that's the basis of Esau. All of Esau is base. All right, but the least of the flock, which is the top tribe of Esau, Amalek. All right, they're the base of the base of the base. All right, that's why the scriptures call them the least of the flock. All right, they're the lowest of the low. All right, surely the least of the flock, which is Israel, all right, shall draw them out. Yeah, all right, the least of the flock, Israel is going to draw America, Babylon, out to this war. To this war. All right, they're going to be the reason why. All right, Israel is going to be the reason why America, all right, the U.S. of A, all right, aka Babylon, all right, or Babylon, aka America, is going to be drawn out into this third world war. All right, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Yeah, because America and the land of Israel is going to be wiped clean with thermonuclear destruction. All right, but America's never going to be inhabited ever again. All right, Israel is going to be built back up again, because that's the headquarters of the kingdom of heaven. That's the Holy Land. All right, the reason why is the land of Israel, the Holy Land, all right, is going to get swept with thermonuclear destruction. All right, because the land of Israel has to be cleansed. That land is greatly defiled. That land has to be cleansed before the true Israelites enter back into the Holy Land, step foot back onto that ground. All right, once again. All right, so that land has to be swept with fire, man, and fire is the best cleansing agent. All right, and thermonuclear destruction is going to sweep that land. All right, but America's never going to be built back up ever again. All right, America's going to be wiped off the face of this earth. All right, by thermonuclear destruction. All right, it's going to be swept off the face of this earth, and it's never going to be inhabited ever again. All right. So it says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Yeah. All right. So Israel is going to be the reason why America's brought into this third world war. So that's why when you read it and going back to Mega Forces, all right, by Texe Mars, it says the crisis in the Middle East will just not go away. All right, yeah, because the whole point for the elites is to bring World War III by the crisis in the Middle East. All right, to bring, all right, like it says right here, controversy between the Judaism and Muslim world. All right, they hoped that the Zionists and Muslims would destroy each other and bring the rest of the world into a final conflict. Come on, man. All right, this Armageddon would bring complete social, political, and economic chaos. Yeah. All right. So by stirring up controversy, like it says right here, between the Judaism and Muslim world, it says they hoped that the Zionists and Muslims would destroy each other and bring the rest of the world into the final conflict. And that's how the rest of the world is going to come into World War III. All right, because of what's going on in the Middle East between the Muslim world and the Judaism world. All right, so that's why when you read in this book, all right, Mega Forces by Texe Mars, it says the crisis in the Middle East will just not go away. Instead, scores of nations around the world are in danger of being sucked into the swirling vortex of the politics of this region. That's right. Chief among them, the United States and the Soviet Union. All right, those two nations, those two countries, all right, play a major part in biblical prophecy. Russia and the United States. All right, Russia can't wait to destroy America, man. All right, the Lord is bringing all these nations together just so they could destroy themselves, so he could pour upon them his anger, his indignation, the fire of his jealousy, man, because the Lord is angry right now, and the Lord wants to destroy all these nations. He's bringing them together, all right, into what's known as the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Matter of fact, let's grab that, all right, Zephaniah, all right, the 3rd chapter, all right, Zephaniah 3 and 8, it says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations. Yeah, the Lord's determination, his will, is to gather these nations together for World War III. All right, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation. The word indignation means righteous anger. All right, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Yeah, so the Lord is bringing Yahweh, all right, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is bringing all these nations together for a final conflict, for a war to end all wars, World War III. All right, it says right here, Zephaniah the 3rd chapter, the 8th verse. All right. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Yeah, so the Lord bringing these nations together, all right, to shoot nuclear missiles at each other. That's the anger of the Lord. This whole earth is getting ready to be devoured with the fire of his jealousy, because this earth got to be cleansed. The Lord is very angry right now. All right. All right. The Lord has a vehement passion to destroy this earth right now, to swallow it by thermonuclear destruction, so he could cleanse it, man. All right, and it's going to happen in this third world war. All right, so going back, it says, instead, scores of nations around the world are in danger of being sucked into the swirling vortex of the political of the politics of this region. All right, and when you go into the other book, Satan's Angels Exposed, when it talks about, you know, the plan for the 3 world wars, all right, it tells you the Mazzini Pike blueprint also called for a World War III. This would begin by firing up the controversy between the Judaism and Muslim world. All right, they hoped that the Zionists and Muslims would destroy each other and bring the rest of the world into a final conflict. All right, so that's the way. That's how World War III and all these other nations are gonna come into this World War III. All right, because the Judaism world, you know, Israel, all right, their allies is who? America. And the Muslim world is who? The allies to Iran is who? All right, Russia. And that's why you see right here, all right, it says right here, instead scores of nations around the world are in danger of being sucked into the swirling vortex of the politics of this region. All right, chief among them the United States and the Soviet Union. All right, and when you read, matter of fact, let's get that. All right, because when you read Second Esdras, the 15th chapter, it goes into World War III. It tells you how World War III is going to be played out. All right, not every detail. All right, but let's get into it. All right, starting at the 28th verse. All right, it goes into Russia and Iran. All right, so it says right here, Second Esdras, all right, 15 and 28. It says, "Behold, a horrible vision." Yeah, this is Esdras, which is, he was the prophet. He's seen a vision of World War III. He said, "Behold, a horrible vision," which is World War III, and the appearance thereof from the east, because that's where World War III is going to start, in the Middle East. All right, it says right here, when you go back to the book, Mega Forces by Texe Mars, it says, instead scores of nations around the world are in danger to being sucked into the swirling vortex of the politics of this region, talking about the Middle East. All right, chief among them the United States and the Soviet Union. You see? All right, but anyway, let's go back. Second Esdras, the 15th chapter, 28th verse. "Behold, a horrible vision," which is World War III, and the appearance there from the east. That's right, because that's where World War III is going to start. It says, "Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots," talking about the Ishmaelites, the Arabs. All right, "where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth." Yeah, because they're going to be destroyed. All right, "that all they which hear them may fear and tremble." All right, "also the Carmanians," all right, the Carmanians is talking about Iran. All right, "also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood." All right, you see, Iran plays a great major part in this Third World War. All right, the whole point of World War III. All right, the elites are bringing, all right, stirring up controversy between the Muslim world and the Judaism world. All right, also the Carmanians, which is the Iranians, also the Carmanians are raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come. Yeah, Iran gonna come with that power, bro. Like the scriptures say, we're reading right here. Right here. "And with great power shall they come and join battle with them." Who are they going to join battle with? Russia, because that's their allies. All right. Also, when you read Ezekiel, all right, the 38th chapter, it talks about how Iran is going to be with Russia, all right, in this Third World War. All right. It says, "and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians." All right, which is the land of America. All right, which is talking about the land of America. It's not talking about the actual land of Assyrians. It's talking about America. All right, so it says, "Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians." Yeah, so Russia and Iran is gonna destroy this place, America. All right, which it says shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians, which is talking about America. All right, not actual Assyria, bro. All right. So let's continue with the next page. All right. It says, "Animosities and strife are rampant throughout the region. Yeah, the Middle East. All right. The hostility between Jews and Muslims is widely known. All right. And that's what the elites want. So this World War III can take place. All right. Like it says right here. All right. This would begin by firing up the controversy between the Judaism and Muslim world. They hoped that the Zionists and Muslims would destroy each other and bring the rest of the world into a final conflict. Okay? So it says animosities and strife are rampant through the region. The hostilities between Jews and Muslims is widely known, and many Muslims are also hostile toward Israel's allies, which is America, including the U.S. And Israel is going to be the reason why the U.S., all right, comes into this gets sucked into this World War III. We read it earlier, all right, in Jeremiah the 50th chapter, the 45th verse. All right, that the least of the flock shall draw them out. The least of the flock is talking about Israel. Is going to draw who out? America, Babylon. All right. It says, including U.S. It says the hostility between Jews and Muslims is widely known, and many Muslims are also hostile toward Israel's allies, including the U.S. According to the Times of London, one prominent Muslim leader, all right, Hussein Mousavi, head of the Shiite Muslim Party of God, said of the October 1983 massacre of U.S. Marines, I personally consider this deed is a good deed, all right, which God loves and which his prophet Muhammad, all right, may God praise his name, loves, all right. I bow to the souls of the martyrs who carried out this operation, all right. So all these nations hate America, bro. All right. So every single nation is going to come against America in this third world war. And that's a spirit that the nations feel that way. All right. Because it's the Lord's will to destroy America off the face of the earth by thermonuclear destruction. The Lord has a very great, vehement, passionate hatred for America, the United States of America, man. All right. America is the most vile, the most wicked, the most profane, abominable empire to ever exist in history. And that's why the Lord is going to destroy this place. All right. All right. And the true prophets and the true servants of the Lord can't wait for the Lord to destroy this place. We want America to be destroyed. This is the land of our captivities, man. All right. This place is abominable, bro. Abominable, man. All right, because of America, all right, the entire earth is wicked. All right, all of America's ways, all right, has been spread throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, it tells you that in the scriptures that the other nations have drunken the wine of Babylon, drunken the wickedness of Babylon. You know, it says let's keep reading. It says, at any time, the entire Middle East region could go up in flames. Yep. All right. Danger lurks within and without. It says Russian army divisions wait just across the northern borders of Iran and Turkey. While pro-Soviet regimes in Libya, Ethiopia, and southern Yemen present threats on the southern border. A Soviet armada of ships and submarine patrols the waterways adjacent to the Middle East landmass, flanked by the might of the United States fleet. All right, read that again. All right, it says at any time the entire Middle East region could go up in flames. Danger lurks within and without. Russian army divisions wait just across the northern borders of Iran and Turkey. All right, while pro-Soviet regimes in Libya, Ethiopia, and South Yemen present threats on the southern borders. A Soviet armada of ships and submarines patrols the waterways adjacent to the Middle East landmass, flanked by the might of the United States fleet. All right, let's keep reading. Give me a second real quick. All right, let's go. It says, from within we see hatred and venom between rival Muslim religious groups. The Holy Mosque in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, all right, was the scene of a violent dispute between a radical group and government forces. Dozens were killed. All right, Iran's dominant Shiite Muslim group is known to be spreading terrorism across the region as it carries on an Islamic holy war espoused by leader Ayatollah Khamenei. All right, it says in Iran itself, the Shiites, led by the clergy, continues to torture and execute those who are not of the officially sanctioned faith and political ideology. All right, sources say that more inhumane acts have been committed by the present Tehran government. All right, Tehran. All right, government. All right, in a few short years than during decades of rule under the late disposed Shah, all right, himself accused by the Muslim clerics of brutality. 30,000 persons have been put to death since 1981. And testimony, it says, and testimony exists of grisly torture, including ironing rooms in Tehran's Evin prison, in which victims are tied to a bed while guards burn their backs, buttocks, and the soles of their feet with a searing hot iron. And the scriptures say that Ishmael, all right, Ishmael, which is the forefather of the Arabs today, all right, Ishmael is a wild man. All right, that's why these Ishmaelites, these Arabs, they're a wild people. They blow themselves up. They torture like how we're reading here. All right, that was prophecy that they'll be a wild people, a bugged out people. They'll do wild stuff, man. All right, matter of fact, let me see if I can grab that real quick, cause I forgot what that verse is at. I know it's in Genesis. All right, it says, his hand against his neighbor, something like that, roughly paraphrasing. Let's grab it real quick. Genesis 16, is it? Let's see. It says Genesis 16. Let me start out one. 16. Yeah, all right, 16 and 11. All right, Genesis 16 and 11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael. Ishmael is the forefather of the Arabs today. All right, because the Lord has heard thy affliction, and he will be a wild man. You see, all right, his hand will be against everyone. That's right, and every man's hand against him, and that's exactly how it is. All right, that's why the Arabs are always at war with all these other people, because it was prophecy that he'd be a wild man. All right, his hand will be against everyone, and everyone's hand against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. All right. So let's get back to this book. All right. It says turmoil is everywhere. All right. In nearby Turkey, martial law has been imposed by army officers who took control in 1980. All right. In Greece, an elect premier premier criticizes the United States, praises socialism, and threatens to pull out of NATO. All right. Libya is led by Muammar Gaddafi, called a madman by the late Egyptian president Anwar Sadat. When was his book read? Let me published 1988. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Libya is led by Muammar Gaddafi, called a madman by the late Egyptian president Anwar Sadat, himself assassinated a few years ago. Iran and Iraq remain locked, all right, in a war that has seen hundreds of thousands of victims, including many who died and suffered horrible injuries, all right, due to chemical attacks by the Iraqi armed forces and the Palestine Liberation Organization continues to lurk in the Middle East. All right. Let's see. All right, so that'll be it. You know, if it be the Lord, if it be the Lord's will, I'll do a part two. I'll continue to read more. All right, but I'll leave it right there for now. You know, that'll be part one. All right, so you know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Okay, all right, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Ratazah. This lesson was edifying. All right, so double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. And again, call Halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Kwitash. All right, so on to the next one. Shalom, shalom.